Hello on another episode of Finding Data Friends wearing non-matching clothes, and then we have to wait for Jess. But anyways, let's talk less about Jess. Let's talk
At
about
least I
more
have a
about
shirt
our
on,
guest.
all right?
Just today, so now people will know when this got published, we got a comment on the episode that got published today that was basically reciting us stating that everyone's wearing a shirt. And I mean, it was not a given. It wasn't a given by the time the recording started, and we're going to leave it at that. Anyways, Linda, welcome to the show. You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into, but now it's too late to run away because we had someone lock that door right behind you. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you're doing, and who talked you into coming here?
Yeah, my name is Linda, and I'm one of the crazy Swedish people. I am bisexual. I am mother of two, and I have been working with data for about 5 years now, I think. And yeah, I think I am kind of a happy person, and I kind of try to make other people happy. So that's me, very basically.
That is a good
Perfect.
start. Before we get to the actual first podcast question, if you've only been, and I mean, only might be a bit of a wrong term here, but if you've been in data for 5 years, what did you do in your pre-data life?
I have studied journalism and worked as a journalist for quite many years. And then I tended to take more of the technical jobs in journalism and realized that is fun. So I went back to school and studied business intelligence. And yeah, here I am. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So now we can lead into the actual first podcast question.
I like how we just added some extra questions. The last guest we had, we just threw in an extra question. I don't actually remember what it is now, and now you're just throwing in extra questions. Stick to the script, man.
Maybe I don't take orders from anyone. But
fun this way. So
exactly. Plus, you see how much fun it is when we tell people about the food question that everybody seems to forget about because it's not in the briefing email. So how much more fun is it if we just throw in totally random questions? Plus, it was less than a random question as more of a reaction to what Linda was stating before. So get off my lawn, Jess.
Just good podcasting. I'll give you that. Okay, carry on.
There is that. Anyways, 3 minutes in, let's get to our first question. Linda, what is your favorite data feature, if there is one? And if there is none, did you not read the script or what is happening?
I've been thinking about this. It's hard to decide, and I don't want to give this, everything data answer. I think my answer to this one is I love the errors. I love when there's an issue. I mean, that's
wait. You love errors?
Yeah, I do.
That's what she said.
I love it's kind of a hate love when the Synapse pipelines or the data factory error messages, which no one can decipher what they actually means, or SQL code or DAX code, when things go wrong and I need to find where they have gone wrong. That's when I enjoy myself the most.
I feel like that is the investigative journalist in Linda coming
exactly
through here.
Where I was
going. I haven't pieced that together myself. Yeah.
It's like a detective thing. I will give you that. I do appreciate when there's something broken and you have to go through this whole step of processes to try and narrow down where that error is coming from and what caused it. I'll give you that. That's fun.
And you get to feel like the hero when you solve it.
If you solve it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you always solve it. I just have a pile of red over here.
I'm going to say consultancy-wise, it depends. Because sometimes you don't solve it. Sometimes it just goes away by you hitting F5 a couple more times.
True. But that is solving it too.
True.
Yeah, but it might just not be on time then, depending on what it is. What was your favorite error of the past couple of weeks? Since you like them errors so much.
What a
huh?
question.
Oh, good question.
That's what I do.
I think it was in Synapse Pipelines when the error said,
I mean, there's a lot of errors in Synapse pipelines. So
it
that wasn't
is,
easy.
no matter what you do. So it said something, and it was a completely different issue that was actually the problem. So, yeah, it's just fun trying to investigate. I can't explain it more than that, but it is. And a more political answer to your question is, when I started doing this, I saw data as an enabler. It can enable people to do so much more efficient work with their average day-to-day work or like anything. So if we use it correctly and not just let it pile up, we can actually do great things. Yeah. Is that a
I agree with
political
that. I
answer?
like it.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of people who have gone along that kind of way of like the power of data and enabling people to do
Yeah.
things with the data, like not specifically a tool or a technique, but more like what the data brings us. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that has been my
There's
goal
al-
the whole time. So yeah.
Yeah.
There's also only so many tools. So, I mean, we've already been to the point where we said, well, you can't say Power BI because that has been taken. So,
Okay.
I was worried that was where you were going to start with, and I was going to be like, nope.
Oh.
No, I like
I
it.
was almost convinced then that this was where it was going. And I'm pretty happy that it's not. Then again, even Power BI has so many different facets, and given that Jess and
It's
I
true.
have equal knowledge and powers in Power BI, I'm going to say
That's right.
that proudly. Zero-ish.
I also know that Linda has built me some really nice Power BI reports, so that's why I was expecting that. Because I'm like, hey, I've got a great idea and I've got this pile of data. And then she makes it pretty
Something of it. Yeah,
and
I think
useful.
Power BI is, I wouldn't say easy, but it's, for me, it's the easier option. So I like the stupid hard options, and they're more SQL data warehousing. I like when there's problems, there are issues. That's, I can't explain it. It's just, I think it says more about me than anything else. But when it's hard,
It's good. It's
more
good.
fun. So yeah.
I should introduce you to a couple of projects I've built because there's so many problems you would love them. So,
There's no easy projects.
Truth.
well, there could be, but then there's me, ta-da,
Yeah.
creating problems where they don't have to be. But anyways,
Good deal. All right. Well, when you're not playing with errors and pipelines and things that are breaking and working out what's gone on, do you have a favorite non-data thingy?
Trying to keep alive. I've listened to some of your earlier episodes, and people are doing so much great stuff, skiing or running marathons or doing good things. I'm just trying to keep alive and keeping my kids alive, and my partner tries to keep me alive. And so, no, I
Okay,
don't.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I don't have a lot of free time. We're renovating a whole house. That takes a lot of time. So yeah.
Are you trying to keep any maybe automated robot lawnmowers alive also?
No, him I'm trying to kill. So
Oh, never mind then.
now my lawnmower is living his best life, not mowing lawns. So
Is he still in a hedge?
yeah, it's a
Great.
total family project now. We're all running and just trying to find him in a hedge somewhere. So he never does what he should do.
so first of all, you should have put an air tag on this thingy, then you would find him easier. But also, then again, let me also tell you, you should remember that there's an air tag on it. Because my dad recently lost his keys, like his entire set of keys. And it was getting to the point where he was really unhappy about that entire thing. Until he said to his wife, well, we really should have put an air tag on it. And she's like, oh, but we did. And then it was pretty easy to recover them, by the way.
Amazing.
So, AirTags, great thing. Even better if you remember you have them. But where I was actually going with is maybe, and that's just an assumption, maybe you gave the lawnmower the wrong name.
I like his name. His name is Bosse, and it's a good name. But maybe, yeah, I know. It wasn't even on the list that was voting for. I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, just saying. Naming things is hard, but it matters. So apparently, this is kind of what it all comes back to. Not only when it comes to building database schemas, but also when it comes down to naming lawnmowers.
So I might have been fixing the wrong issue here. So I should just change the name instead.
Let's have a renaming ceremony.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I don't have anything, sorry. I don't even remember what I had suggested on that initial Twitter thread because
There
it
was
was so
some
disappointing.
really good names there.
I
We
wasn't-
started
there
off
were
with
so great
Mozart.
names.
Yeah.
Mozart.
Yeah. But the kids found it
There were
too
some really
hard.
great puns in there.
Yeah, they were great.
If we would take the effort of making show notes, we would totally put that Twitter thread to these show notes. But here we are being lazy and just putting a video on YouTube. But anyways, y'all can go to Twitter, find Linda's account, go a couple of weeks
Search
back.
for
and you may or
Mozart.
may- Exactly.
There can't be that many tweets about Mozart, surely.
I'm going to say probably not. And the second we're going to verify that, there's probably, oh, look, there's 17 gazillion hits because everybody in their cat named their lawnmower Mozart.
Yeah.
But this is the benefit. No one has seen this show yet because it hasn't been released, so we can search for it before it's released.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to fix the effect if there's a gazillion hits.
Already.
Unless we delete all these other pages from the Google cache by then.
Do we have that power?
I have no idea, but we have a couple of weeks to figure it out. That's why we're building
Great.
that backlog for situations like this. However, deleting billions of pages from the Google cache makes me pretty hungry. Almost as hungry as kidnapping people or luring people to the van. So, Linda, now that... Oh, and Linda is from Sweden. That Stockholm Syndrome thing, that works perfect in this case.
Amazing.
So, I don't know how we did that. Now that you more or less entered the van at your free will, and now it also makes makes perfect sense with her primary goal, trying to stay alive. Oh my God, this is...
It's all coming together.
I don't know if we're going to make any episodes after this one, because this kind of feels like the roundup of all the ideas that this podcast
Agreed. Every thread has just been tied up.
This is it. Anyways, let's leave that question for a little later. We may or may not keep going with the already scheduled recording and a bunch more. But what are you going to cook for us, Linda? Tell us. We're hungry. And
This
demanding.
This has now changed from what's your favorite food to what are you making for us?
I mean, if there's something I do besides working, it is cook and eat food. I love food. Good food is like top 3 in life. What I would cook for you, I would probably go for spaghetti and meat. What is it called? Bolognese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese?
Yeah. I mean, all the kids love it, so you'll love it. So.
Yeah. I also love food, so I'm in.
Yeah. I mean,
you do need a
Elena was
vegetarian
making us
option too. That's true.
Yes, please.
Okay. If you have...
But now we can have a bolognese tasting session.
Yeah. I mean, the Italians would hate my bolognese, but I love it, so...
Interesting. No, I'm curious because Elena was making bolognese for us, and it was fabulous, as we can tell now. So we're going to have that almost direct comparison. So
tough.
Then again, Elena's bolognese was vegan.
Oh.
So Jess will have a different comparison there.
I prefer mine on...
I think it was vegan. Was it vegan or vegetarian? At least, no, it was at least vegetarian.
Mine is not vegetarian. Mine is on...
And again, I'm going to put
so...
pounds of Parmesan over it anyway. So either way, it will not be vegan
Same here.
when
Great.
I'm done finishing my final preparations of that dish. Because I'm helping, and I'm helping by grating more cheese over the plate in front of me.
Cheese is
Maybe
life.
help.
You're a useful guy.
Well, I've also realized what I can do and what I can't do, so I'm working within my personal boundaries and limits, and that really helps not just me but also everyone around me.
So not stepping out of
100%.
comfort zone then.
I am 100%. The maximum place in the kitchen is a sous chef. Like nobody wants me actually making food, but I can cut vegetables pretty good. So like I can help with that, but after that it's just chaos.
I mean, somebody got to keep them company. So
True. I can dance and sing, so that's useful, right?
awesome.
Not well, neither well. But
Doesn't have to be.
Hang on, you can dance and sing.
yeah,
That
that's
is
why I'm in the
perfect,
band.
because
I'm dancing in the back of the band.
I didn't realize until just because that's what I was going to suggest. I didn't realize until just now that you're actually part of the band.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting up there.
Nice. Cool.
You haven't seen my dancing yet, though.
There's that. But again, I'm assuming your dancing skills are at least up to par with my Power BI skills. So there we go.
They're probably right there.
Linda, you're playing any instruments, or you're a good singer or anything?
Really not, but I love music and
Perfect, you're hired.
yeah,
She's in the band.
I love the thing. It's a term, ugly dance. You know, when you put on the really loud music and just dance around the house and look like a stupid person, but it's awesome. So liberating.
That's actually
This
my
is what
regular
a mosh
dancing.
pit is about.
Doesn't have to be harder than that.
Awesome.
I see. Very well. With that, thank you so much for joining us, Linda.
Thank you.
Great,
I'm looking
thank you.
forward to that vegetarian alternative to the was it mousse bolognese?
Yep.
I mean, I assume that might be the reason the Italians might be like, okay, this is not exactly according to recipe. But then again, it's,
My
A few tweaks.
you're giving it like a regional touch, so that
Yeah.
is perfectly fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure if like someone in Japan was going to make like a Wagyu bolognese or something like that, everyone would be like, cool, nice. I mean, it would probably be a bolognese where the plate's like $500. But anyways, we're digressing again and again and again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. This was a real pleasure. And we see you all next week. Bye.
Bye, folks.